I want you guys to know that this is a very historic moment, guys. I wrote a commentary theme song.
Did you?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah. Are you guys ready?
Yes.
Okay. Here we go. Commentary, comment 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 commentary.
Couple months work put into that?
Yeah.
Welcome to Comment Commentary. I'm Joe Bereta.
I'm a Newton.
It's feeling a bit empty today.
Just a little bit. Trisha's not here.
Trisha's sick. Steve's off doing Steve things. This doesn't feel right with two of us, you know?
Just like a body. And like here's his legs. Oh, there you go. Look at him. So cute. Oh. Oh, welcome to Commentary.
Let's try this again. Hey guys, welcome to Comment Commentary. I'm Joe Bereta.
I'm Lee Newton.
And I'm Elliott Morgan. Hey, Elliott. Hey, buddy. You can't leave. You can't leave!
There was a moment between me and Elliott that I'll never forget. I don't know, were you there? I think
Maybe.
you were there. We were at Red Robin.
Sounds like you already kind of forgot.
And we were sitting there. Elliott was here, and we were looking at the menu together, and it was only Elliott and I, and there was like 4 other people with us. Like Owen, I think Joe was there.
I was there.
Maybe Ross was there too. And I'm like looking through the menu, and I'm like, what do you think you're gonna get? And he's like, I don't know. I think I'm gonna get, I don't know, maybe like this platter. I was like, okay, I'm probably gonna get that too. We both like just instinctively like, okay, cool, I'll get it too. Like it was just like a wife moment. Because he's married and I'm married.
I'm in love with that.
It was like the most natural man's kiss. Yeah, I was like, okay, I'll probably get that. And then we both didn't even, it took like 3 seconds before we reacted to it, and no one else saw it happen. It was just for us. It was just for us.
It was just for us.
Yeah. And then we laughed for like a good 15 minutes.
Oh my god, it was just for us.
And then I had to go home and tell Sarah that I was in love with Elliott, and we've been dealing with it. So
Good.
we have a counselor
Someone's
now.
got to.
We're talking about
a real reason why he left.
I was also tell that man in
the mirror. But honestly, if I went to Sarah and said, Sarah, I think I'm gay, she would just be like,
Shut
duh.
up.
Idiot.
Heather just wouldn't believe me.
Yeah, she'd be
So
like,
you just be
stop,
like,
be like,
Joe.
okay,
Like, that's fine. Take the baby, move on.
I'm leaving. I can't live this lie anymore
Like,
because
even
I
if
woke up this morning and I realized that I'm gay. Shut up, Joe.
Good
Okay,
Joe.
I'm moving out.
Great, fine.
I mean,
But
we're gonna
what-
figure
when
out
you
some-
come back, are you gonna pick up Hayden from school?
Yeah, we'll
or?
figure out something with the kids for sure. I want equal custody
That's great.
for
yeah,
certain.
Right. Sure. Forever, Joe.
But I can't
whatever.
hide this from my kids any longer. It's only been 5 minutes, but I
Yeah.
can't hide this lifestyle from my
Right.
kids any
Joe,
longer.
lay back down. I'm so tired. Please.
Okay.
Daddy, is this a discussion you should be having while I'm here?
Look, Daddy's just as confused.
Steve, show everyone your beautiful socks.
Look at these socks. It's got me on it.
You wearing the U socks
The
again?
socks.
Yeah, man.
He loves them. I bought them for him.
Oh, you did? Where are my me socks that you bought for me?
You don't got you socks because you're not as cool as me.
Or also, they didn't have any turds. I feel bad now. I'll get you some.
It's pretty good, dude.
Oh, I might not recover.
It's pretty good, turd socks. What the f? That's amazing.
That
my
just came
God.
out.
Really?
Yeah.
You weren't thinking about
No.
that? It wasn't stewing?
No.
Turd socks. What do you got there, Joe? What do you got there, buddy? What is it?
We'll save that one for later.
For later?
Yeah.
Okay, here, I'll hold on to it. Here, don't throw it away, will you?
Did you put joke ones in here? Like,
No.
It's like you put a fucking landmine in the bowl. And you were waiting for it the whole time. The unknown.
Guys, I'm registering a new domain, a domain with the domain, Joe Bereta's turdsocks.com. Actually, I should just shorten it to turdsocks.com.
Yeah, probably. I would think so.
Yeah, people will know it's Joe.
Yeah.
Ooh, it's gonna cost $20 a month. I've got a lot to say about it. I don't know if you do, Joe. Oh, we're doing it! It was a question, legitimate question asked.
From somebody that obviously has had this account for a long time.
Yeah, what's going on?
From Why is Anal Taboo? Asks, why is anal taboo?
well, let's be real. I think I'm the first guy to start talking about something like this. Anal is taboo because buttholes are nasty.
I have a friend that I worked with at a restaurant who gave me, because like the stigma of anal has just decreased a lot in the last 10 years, right? And it's becoming more socially acceptable, right? But here's his argument against it, which is the best argument that I've ever heard, which is, that's where the garbage goes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Seriously, why? He's like, why do I want to put myself where the garbage
Where the garbage goes, yeah.
Oh, all that being said, I'd be lying if I said I'm not incredibly intrigued by it and tease my wife about it all the time.
All the time.
There are societal pressures, pun intended, on the activity of anal sex, and I feel like it's because there is that idea of it being like the waste hole, basically, and that's where waste
hole
comes out.
That is. What
when
else
you say
does it
societal
do?
pressures, do you mean like society being like, you better do it?
Yeah, your bros.
No, society's
probably
saying
do it, bro.
it's wrong, and especially when you get into the subject of homosexuality, because you have, people who would like to enjoy the act of penetration, and if you don't get to enjoy that act with a female, and you can enjoy that with another member of the same sex, then why not? Why not? If that's the way that you can receive penetration.
Personally, I don't give a crap either way. Honestly, like it or don't
if
like it.
people want to do it there, go ahead.
What happened?
That was-
God said no anal. God said no anal.
He said so. There's
Oh
nothing
my
you
god.
can do.
Guys, we have to never have anal again.
Instagram censors famous comedian Steve Zaragoza.
What?
An image depicting a slight man thigh was taken down by Instagram. We all saw it. It was also happened to be on the toilet, but it wasn't
Yeah, you kind of
inappropriate.
blew up on the social media sphere.
It was a social explosion.
Yeah, with the hashtag Fight for Steve. That was our question. Hashtag Fight for Steve.
No, give a little bit of background. What happened?
Yeah.
It was Mother's Day. I posted a photo of me. It was like a selfie in my bathroom, my family bathroom mirror.
Yeah.
And I was on the toilet,
Yeah.
not pooping, but I was sitting pant and underwear
You were
down.
implying pooping.
I was implying pooping.
It was an implied poop.
It was an implied poop, I will admit that. And I posted it up, and it was like not even an hour later, Instagram pulled it. And I was like, wait a minute.
Hey.
That don't make no sense. They sent me an email that was like, inappropriate. We could like destroy your account if you do that again. And I was like, all right. So I posted it again, and they pulled it down again. And then I went on this big crusade about censorship and potential sexism.
I mean, it is.
Because your
was
problem is
sexism.
that
It
women
was
be all
sexism.
naked up on that Instagram.
Yeah,
And they don't
yeah.
take any of that down.
There's a
that is
hashtag.
bullshit.
that-
You can have so naked.
Yeah.
I've seen so many half-naked
yeah.
things.
There's
Titties,
nipples.
nippies.
Ambrosia Samantha says, Steve, I posted your piece of art and they didn't take it down. That's exciting news. Hashtag fight for Steve. Hashtag fight the
Steve.
system.
So that was the cool thing about the whole thing is that everybody started posting
Yes.
your photo, and
Yeah.
if you went to the explore page, it was just it was Steve's
Yeah.
thigh photo everywhere. The real experiment is you should repost the photo right
So
now.
that's what I'm gonna do right now, live on commentary in
Right
real
now.
time. You are watching this live. All of a
Anything
sudden,
could happen.
This portion of the episode is live. All right, so here we go. I'm about to post it. Should I send it to Twitter too?
Yeah.
It's gonna be live.
Boom.
The closest, like I've talked about my near-death experiences so much that I don't want to rehash. I'm trying to think of one that maybe I didn't. We have this bridge called the Old Red Bridge, which is shut down in our town now. Check out this Instagram photo of
Probably-
this cool photo that I took of it.
Oh, wow.
Is it shut down because of what you're about to tell us?
No, it's just shut down because it's old and
okay.
dilapidated, and people shouldn't be on it anymore. But we used to, as kids, we used to jump off of it all the time, and it's a good, like, 40, 50-foot jump into a river, a fast-moving flathead river, which you probably shouldn't be jumping into.
See, that I would be nowhere near that situation. If I was in your group of friends and you're like, guys, we're going to the old Red Bridge, I'd be like, nope, I'm going to play Bubble Bobble.
I also did that, too. But it ended up being one of those like rites of passage in our town. Like if you jumped off the bridge, you're a man. You're taking your steps toward ordering the Big Mac instead of the 2 cheeseburgers at McDonald's. And the one time that I really did get hurt on it was I tried to do a front flip because there was a bunch of girls there, and I was like, watch this, ladies. And I went, and I did it really slow. I was like, I'm gonna take it conservatively, but the drop was a lot farther than I thought it was, so it was like, oh, okay, I can see it. Here we go. Oh, too much. Slam right on my chest. Just right into the water. Come up. And then you gotta swim 50 yards to the side, otherwise you get swept away. I survived, but here's the thing. That was my chance to like pretend to be a man, but then the one time that I did have a chance to be a man on that bridge was probably like 2 years prior to that. We were in 8th grade, and it was like 4 girls and 3 of us guys. One girl falls, she does the same thing, lands right on her side.
Ooh.
And she can't breathe. She's like screaming in the water, and all the other girls were like, jump in, go! And at this point, I had not started doing really crazy stuff in my life, and I was like, I can't! I literally can't jump off of this bridge.
I literally can't even.
I cannot be your hero today.
Like you just weren't able to? Like
none of the guys
physically
did.
unable to?
No, I just was scared. So
but this was before you guys ever started jumping off.
Before I had made the initial leap.
But that, you could have saved that girl's life.
All these other.
She died.
She wasn't in that much danger.
But she died.
She wasn't
so
that
she's
hot,
not around
all right?
anymore. She doesn't exist anymore, so it doesn't matter. But no, none of the guys could. It was really weird. Women mature faster, I guess. I don't know what it is. But then like.
But did girls jump in?
2 of the girls that were like after like screaming back and forth. There was like a legitimate argument like back and forth. There was a debate on the bridge. You should go because you're a man. Well, I've got a family. No, you don't.
That's an awful situation.
So 2 of the girls started going, and I don't think we dated any of them.
No, you shouldn't have.
Christopher Columbus's shipwreck found. Archaeologists believe they've identified wreckage off the coast of Haiti as the Santa Maria.
Santa Cristo.
And I asked you guys to write one of those. In 1492, Columbus sailed the ocean blue things, and some of you did. Jonathan Gay said, in 1492, when Columbus sailed the ocean blue, he discovered a land and said, "Fuck you." The inhabitants were in shock because he came off like such a He assumed he had found the right place, but unknown to him, America was founded by a slap in the face. What did Steve do?
Jonathan Gay set him off. Stop it. Stop.
Are you laughing because of the name Jonathan Gay?
No.
His face is so red. Look at his red face.
Stop it.
I'm crying. He literally went Jonathan Gay. And he went,
Who are you?
I'm a child. I'm sorry. I'm like fully a child.
Senator Turd.
Never grew up.
Oh.
Jonathan Gay, we'd like to apologize.
I would like to apologize.
I'm sorry.
For
Not
this.
only for the name snickering, but also because Steve robbed you of a moment where we read your beautiful poem.
I'm sorry. If that's your real name, I'm sorry.
Hey, hold on. You're going to love this one. Dave Van Dyke said, in 1409...
What's going on?
Well, that was for real.
That is for real.
Dave Van Dyke said in 1492, Columbus sailed the ocean blue. Oh, just kidding, dude. The ship sank. They all died.
They didn't all die. A lot of them survived and killed the natives.
Louis Semple says, now this is a story all about how my boat got flipped, turned upside down. I'd like to take a minute, just listen to my words. I'll tell you how Chris Columbus discovered the New World. In the Republic of Genoa, born and raised on the Santa Marias, where I spent most of my days discovering, voyaging, sailing quite plain, traveling to India from the coast of Spain. Won a couple of boats who claim they're the best. Say, you know what's what? Let's go west. I got one little voyage and discovered America. I said I was the first, well, at least in this era. Dude, that is really good.
Good.
Did you guys know that there's like another verse in that song that no one knows about? Jonathan Gay.
He's snorting. It's real. Oh man.
We should see everybody else's impressions. Darren, you want to try?
No.
Joe Bereta.
Oh, I'm Joe Potato! I'm Joe Potato! I just kicked myself in the balls! I have 2 kids at home! I have 2 kids at home! One of them's a baby!
Lee Newton.
I'm a girl at farts. Look at me. This is my butt. I'm Lee Newton.
You do know that one of the lesser known founding fathers is William Glory Hole, right?
Glory hole!
Pretty spot on.
Disappears.
Sucks it in like a black hole.
Wow, you should see it,
Yeah.
but you don't because light it doesn't exist.
It honestly looks like,
between
it
those
looks like a
cheeks.
little sarlacc pit.
Wow!
And before we go, we should probably do a Fight for Steve update.
Let's see what's going on. So I'm checking my Instagram. Boom, it looks like it's still up.
Okay.
And
How
there's
many likes?
There's a lot of
So much
comments.
going on that phone. It's
I
like
know,
a
I'm
lot.
sorry, I don't know what's going on. 706 likes
Okay.
so far. And yeah, a lot of supportive comments, a lot of people saying hashtag Fight for Steve worked.
Victory is ours. Nice.
Yeah.
Yes. First time actually seeing it on Instagram.
Looks like you
no
enacted
comment.
some
Love,
change.
love, love. Sweet,
Sweet
victory.
victory.
Winning. Hashtag Fight for Steve.
Carpe
Refresh
diem.
the comments.
Refresh the comments. Let's see.
Okay.
Joe Bereta wrote Jonathan Gay.
There's no, like, in a sea of great jobs, Steve's, it's just Jonathan Gay.
I had a date rape class in high school where they said girls, I went to an all-girls high school, if a boy puts his hand on your knee and you don't want it there, you take his middle finger and rip it back as hard as you can, so that when you're in court and the judge is trying to say that you wanted the date rape to happen, you could say, does a broken finger look like foreplay to you, Your Honor?
The more you know.
Have you ever fallen in love with a character from a movie or a show? And was it because of who played them or etc.?
I've talked about it before. I had a massive crush on the squirrel from
Sword in
the Stone. From
Sword in the
Sword in the
Yeah.
Stone.
I'm trying to remember.
When he gets
squirrel.
when Merlin turns Arthur into a little squirrel, there's the big fat Bertha squirrel, and then there's the little
cute
squirrel that has a crush on him. And I always felt bad for her because they end her story. First she's adorable. God, it's so weird. But
You're gonna bone that squirrel.
Bone that
they
squirrel.
end. She's just this innocent little squirrel, and she just has a schoolboy crush on this other squirrel. Dude, I will make out with you so hard. And she. They end it.
Oh.
Excuse me. No. they end her storyline with Arthur going, I'm sorry, I can't be with you because I'm not a real squirrel. And then she's just left sad. And I think like the final shot is her just being a sad squirrel that's looking for squirrel love. And I was like, I will give you that squirrel love.
Wow.
Even without being a squirrel, I will give you human boy love. I'm so weird.
You know, I was trying to think of a way to tell the story of the last day of the Back to the Future ride at Universal Studios into a table talk, because for some reason it was brought up today. Oh, because Joe and Lee went to Universal Studios on Friday, but Joe was talking about the Simpsons ride.
Yeah.
And how I refused to go on the Simpsons ride.
I only went on it recently because I just had this big, like,
fuck that. They tore down Back to the
Yeah, I
Future
can't.
for that
I
ride.
can't. Yeah, I. That's why I will not go on the Simpsons ride. That ride will forever be the Back to the Future ride to me. I don't want to go into that building not knowing that it was the fucking Back to the Future ride at one point. So there, on the last day of the Back to the Future ride, me and my buddy Blake and Will,
Not me.
Not you. We went to Universal Studios to experience the final day of the Back to the Future ride. We rode it over and over and
So you
over
were all
and over
black?
and over again. I mean, we didn't wear all black, but we we should have. It was a big memorial, and then we were on the final ride too. We were on the last
go?
ride before
That's
they
pretty
shut the damn
special.
thing down. I mean, who knows? The employees might have gone on it after that, but who cares? We were on the last public ride of the Back to the Future ride. But they had news cameras there the whole time. And so anytime I could, I would run in front of a news camera and go, "This isn't fair! This is an outrage! You can't close down the Back to the Future ride for the stupid Simpsons ride! This is bullshit! Back to the Future! Back to the Future! Back to the Future!"
KFC worker fired for pubes. Not necessarily having them, but putting them maybe.
You didn't manscape enough. You're fired.
Well, I thought that when you work in fast food, you got to put a hairnet over.
So apparently there are worse things in the KFC. Chicken, than the chicken. I'm so tired. You guys are having fun adding like life and spice to the thing. I'm just like,
Joe's just like, yeah.
Let me read a comment.
we asked you guys what your worst fast food stories are. I had a friend who worked at McDonald's. I didn't want to eat there for the longest time because he told me the story of an employee. And I don't know if this was urban legend. It's probably urban legend. But one of the employees, like daily, would pee in the pickle bucket.
No!
Joe, I think we
They
found.
have to soak them.
We found the source of your pickle hate.
Oh, the source of my pickle hate is the taste of a pickle. I've never liked pickles because they're the worst tasting thing on the planet.
That's a very bold statement.
Whatever, you.
Don't use my real name here. Seriously, don't use my real name.
Jonathan, you. Shut up.
Fearless Tim says, I ordered a Big Mac and it had no meat.
That's upsetting.
Do you think that's a
just a
joke?
Mac.
Oh,
There's no meat in McDonald's food, so of course we didn't get any meat.
or do you think it's like, I really did not get
I'm
any
not
meat
giving
tonight?
this YouTube commenter that much credit.
That might be your biggest fan, Steven. You just crushed him.
Oh, no.
Jonathan Gay, part 2.
I have 47. I've counted
47?
them. 47 scars. I've counted
That's
all
dope.
of them. I have this right here. I have 2 more on my back that are like angel wings cut off. I have chest tube scars everywhere.
Oh my God.
And then I just have like random ones of like, I got hit with a paintball in my side by
You
a
got a
crazy
scar
woman. Like,
from it?
she
never
point
healed?
blank funked me.
Ooh,
And it was
no.
like busted it open. There was a circle. And then I had a brother, so I have a lot of scars.
Yeah.
A lot of like elbow scars and messed up
Just
scars.
little nicks and cuts. I got a
Yeah.
scar here from I was taking out something in the oven. I touched right on the bar. That was there for a while. Then when I was running away from a party in high school, because
like
some
you do.
dick kid happened to get like a fake light and siren for his
Oh, that was good.
his
That's
car.
good, though.
He's driving
That
down
is
the
good.
long. It's a Montana
That is
house, so it's like a
good.
good 100-yard driveway. So he turns on the siren and stuff, and he's
Nice,
far away.
that's
And we all
hilarious.
book. And I start running blindly into the night, and I just got stopped dead in my tracks by a frickin' barbed wire fence. And I just was hanging there on it for a while.
Oh my
so I had,
God,
like a big scar
Joe.
here from it. But those
Yikes.
have faded a little bit.
So we covered some badass teens who saved a baby from a kidnapper after following an Amber Alert, and we asked you guys, what's the most valiant act you've ever committed as a teen?
This is a really cool story.
Joe's just fully given up.
Parks DW, who says, I once kicked a toddler in the face while I was absent-mindedly walking out of the bathroom stall. Where's my medal? Right?
You get the you medal.
Well, I mean, it was an accident.
I don't care, baby.
Yeah, but it was an accident.
It's not the baby's fault.
Yeah, but it's not his fault either.
Yeah, it is.
But it was an accident.
People can change.
I don't know about that.
Like, I bet if he could have relived that moment, he wouldn't have kicked the toddler in the face.
Yeah.
I
You
don't
don't
really
know.
like babies that much, but I would never
Would
kick
you
a
kick
toddler
one in the face?
No, of course not. But I have crushed the
I mean,
tiny
I would if
fingers
he
of a
was like-
child that was in line at the Sbarro because she was being a total
I
brat.
heard this story.
You know how you get your trays at the Sbarro and you're like, yes, I'll take that pepperoni. I had my tray and there were other people in line and then there was this little girl with her tray and she's like smacking her tray into mine. And I'm like, all right, excuse me, please. Smack it, smack, smack, smack. Mom doesn't give a shit. So she's got her little tiny kid fingers on the other side of her tray and I just went, motherfucker.
Not okay.
And I crushed her little fingers, and she's like,
Yeah, she stopped
doing it though.
When I started freshman year of high school, half my face was ripped up because I dove into the shallow end of a pool that had stucco bottom.
And just went.
So I had like, I was like two-faced and I was 14.
Yeah.
Freshman year. It was awful.
You were all excited for high school?
I was like, woo!
8th grade was hard, but high school's gonna be so much different.
Don't look at me!
Where's Rachel?
Where's Rachel? I just picture you like, she cuffed me. Danny, grab your books. Okay. Oh yeah. Okay. Got it. And you say,
Okay,
what's the locker code?
We're gonna open up the student council meeting. Is there anything anybody wants to bring up?
I want there to be more chandeliers. There's no chandeliers in this school.
Okay, great. Yes, we can do.
Like a guy trying to hit on me and like, hey, and it's like, like oh God. Always look to the right. Always.
She led this way so hard.
Let's fall in love like this.
Well, would you fake a kidnapping to avoid Steve Zaragoza?
What would I fake a kidnapping to avoid?
Say, oh, Steve Zaragoza's got kidnapped, but it was because he kidnapped himself to
You were
avoid
trying
blank.
to avoid what?
Maybe like the birth of my baby or something.
No, that's a good time to miss it. To clarify to the audience that you're not gonna have a baby.
Yeah, they all think you have a baby right now. Do you
Oh,
wanna
I don't
squash
have a
those
baby.
rumors?
Yeah, no, I don't have a baby.
And it's not looking good.
Yeah, we're not out of the woods yet.
What is the funniest thing a sibling has done to you / you have done to them? Did you ever do anything to her?
Oh yeah, I did a lot of things to her. Like, well,
Or your brother? I'm sure.
Oh,
you and your
I did
brother.
so many. Well, no, actually, me and my brother got along so well, so we'd usually do stuff to Sarah. Like that was kind of like.
Oh, the two youngers.
The two youngers
against
did
the
that.
oldest.
So
Yeah,
I mean, I
get
know that she put me in the dryer once. I think I've talked about that before. That she, but like that was like a legitimate. She was mad at me and she put me in the dryer, and I went around a couple times.
Oh my
Like,
goodness!
it was like one of, and
no,
my mom.
you didn't. You went for the dryer.
Yes!
I always wanted to.
No, it's hot.
No, well,
It is
it eventually
so
gets hot.
It burned. I had like little octopus burns on me. I looked like
I
an
feel like
octopus
you can get a
tentacle.
good like 5 or 6 rotations.
No,
beforehand.
you get 3 or 4 until your mom's opens it and goes, Sarah!
Look, when you're not
Like-
tall enough to ride the big rides, I
No.
figured the dryer was a
No,
good option.
it's not that cool.
I
It's
can't-
not
I
that
don't
cool
believe
at
it.
all.
And I
Sarah
got
was like the
fit
queen
now.
of like, if you were at the edge of a pool, she'd be like, poof.
Aw.
Like she was the
That-
queen of just like, go in the dryer.
Not even one rotation was fun.
No, it was like, well, maybe.
That could have gone horribly, horribly wrong.
It could have gone horribly wrong.
You could be
My
dead
mom literally
right
had
now.
to open it up and go, like, look at her. I was like, you're a sociopath. Like, just like,
It's
you're
like
trying
your
to
little
kill-
penis haircut's
I'm like,
all-
it's like washing machines lock. Like
Yes!
they lock, and that's horrible.
But that was it was just a dryer, thank God. But
I was so
Oh,
afraid
man.
of the stories of kids that would get locked in like abandoned refrigerators.
we did it all the time.
Oh.
Because I could fit,
man.
I was small enough to fit in refrigerators. And so my brother, like, one of our pranks would be like, he'd put me in the refrigerator and then we'd like wait till someone would come out and he'd like signal me and we'd go pop. And then I remember one time he kind of forgot about me. And he was like, oh, sorry. And I was like,
No, man.
It's dark in there.
It's
Well,
dark in
actually,
there.
tell
Those
us. Is
urban,
it?
dark in
not
there.
even urban legends. Those stories of kids that would be playing hide and seek out in the woods, and they come across those ones that actually locked, and they don't.
so terrifying.
My friend Pat had 2 pugs that his aunt took care of, and the aunt brought him over, and they had to keep him in the back room, but they had to keep the door open with like a baby gate there, but they couldn't close the door because if you closed the door, the 2 pugs would hop on the bed, and you just hear.
Yeah, they're like little
And then
pigs.
you'd open it up, and they're just going at it on each other, going.
Oh, they're humping.
Ah.
Oh,
So you couldn't close the door, but if you kept the door open.
I love that they're like
They weren't
ashamed,
exhibitionist
like, behind closed
pugs.
doors, they were like, let's do this, and then
Just
yeah.
nasty behind closed doors pug sex.
Well, that's why whenever Gertie has her friends over, boy or girl, we tell her to keep the door open.
Yeah,
in her
you
bedroom
have
when she's
to.
hanging out in there.
These pugs
just
were
what
freaks.
happens.
So they
Yeah,
would like they
boundaries.
would do anything that they could with their tiny pug bodies, but they also weren't afraid to like let other animals come into the fray. So if like there was a bird, and be like, "Bird, come get this." And,
You're talking about pug sex right
Yep.
now.
And a bird, too.
yeah.
Yeah.
Do birds have pussies? Sorry, Danny. That's the best. I love it. It wasn't even like
She laughed like a high school boy.
Yeah. But I love it because it wasn't even that funny.
It was
to her.
horrible.
It was just
No.
like.
Steve being Steve.
Do birds have pussies?
So, in conclusion, abandoned refrigerator's bad. Dryer ride's good.
Dryer ride's
No,
great.
ride's good.
Dryer
The
rides are
first
great.
3 turns.
The first-
After that,
No, the first one turn. And
first
it
one
really
turn.
it gets hot very quickly, guys. I'm not even lying to you. It gets hot. But I remember literally just be like, my mom just like, what is happening?
I'm telling you, for like the first 8 years of my life, every time I passed that machine, I was like, it's today the day.
It's a day
today
the
the
day
day
for dry
I
rides.
kill
I do
myself.
this. I can't start it myself. Okay, my brother. What about you? Did you mess with your siblings at all?
I never mess with my siblings because I'm the
Or did
youngest.
they mess with you?
My sister messed with me.
Yeah, I messed with him still.
Yeah, you mess with me. I remember the worst thing my sister did, which in hindsight is really funny to me because I still remember it, is we were going up the stairs and my sister just pushed me down. She pushed me down.
Hilarious!
Pushed me down. And I'm like, I could have died. I could have cracked my neck.
Yeah.
I remember rolling. I have the vision still in my head of me going down the stairs.
Rolling down the stairs.
I was like, well, that could have been it.
But you kind of worry, like, I don't know about you guys, but I worry about, like, as children, I think that we're all innately sociopathic.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we're all innately
Kids are
just,
evil.
like, kids are evil.
Yeah.
Like, and they don't care. There was stuff that I would do that, like, now, it terrified. Like, I remember my brother was swinging on one of those, like, you remember those, like, wheelie things that were just
that you
at the park, and you just
Oh,
swing
yeah.
it fast and fast. And I remember literally just going,
No reason.
no reason! Just like, yep. Alright.
Like, I feel like my sister wouldn't be that sad. Like little kids,
That's
how do
what-
they
yeah.
get sad?
No,
Like if
that's-
I died, if I
they,
died.
they do get sad, but it's
If it
so
affects
momentary.
them. And
It's
also,
momentary.
like,
If it affects
it's like
them.
if it affects, like they get sad about the fact that like you're gonna get a spanking. They don't get sad. You tried to kill your sister.
Yeah.
You're gonna get a spanking. They're like a spanking.
Yeah.
You tried to kill your sister.
Like if they pushed me, she pushed me down, I died, and my parents are like, Jasmine,
You killed Will.
but we're taking you to Toys R Us. Would she be sad?
No.
She'd be like, oh
No,
well,
all right.
I got a free bike. I mean,
She
like,
probably end up killing the other siblings.
Yeah,
It's like
the
rewarding
rest of them?
like,
I'm liking to think that they're having this conversation nowadays, not
Yeah.
when they're 8.
No,
Like
no, yeah,
35-year-old
Jasmine.
sister.
Yeah.
You
Killed
killed your
Will.
20-year-old brother Will.
like,
Want to go to Toys
Wanna
R
go to
Us?
Toys R Us?
all right.
Why are they rewarding her with Toys R Us?
Yeah,
I don't know. I like. What do kids like? I mean, McDonald's, Toys
shouldn't
R
what
Us.
is
reward.
Hayden like? What is she? I mean, what's like the reward for Hayden?
Hayden likes My Little Pony a lot.
Yeah.
You get
Your daughter's
Hello
a secret
Kitty,
brony.
but she also loves like workbooks, like for school. and
Jesus.
stuff.
What's wrong?
Thank God. Well, she's got her like bad things too. She like loves McDonald's, but we only let her have it once a month, and I think that's why she wants
Yeah.
it so bad. But yesterday that she did the craziest thing. She got in trouble to the point where she wasn't allowed to have technology or treats throughout the whole day.
Oh.
So no TV, no nothing, right? And so she was forced to use her imagination a little bit more and read a little bit more. And I was driving around with her at the end of the day, talking to her about her punishment. She goes, "Daddy, can we have a no technology, no treat day once a week?" And I go, "What?" She's doing the parenting for me. She's making all the right decisions. I go, "Yes, honey, that would be fine. How about no technology Tuesdays?" She's like, "Great. Great, let's do it, Dad." I'm like, "What's happening? What's happening?"
She's really working you.
No, but she's always been
her
like
now?
this. We didn't have to potty train her because
Oh, yeah, you
when she
didn't.
was younger, we said, "Hey," she goes, "I want to wear big girl underwear." She was like, what, not even 2 yet. We're like, "Okay, well, we'll buy you some Disney princess underwear and you can start wearing it once you get out of diapers." And she goes, "Okay." The next day, she stopped wearing diapers.
Yeah, she is a really smart
she-
kid.
What
She
is
a really
up
smart
with
kid.
her?
And a lot of kids have trouble letting go of the binky, the pacifier. And when she had it for the first, year and a half of her life, and then as a parents, Heather and I decided one day, we told her, we sat her down, we go, "Okay, just so you know, today's gonna be the last day you get to have your binky." And she goes, "Okay." And that second she goes, and she threw it in the garbage and never asked for it again. She's incredible.
insane.
She's incredible.
Yeah,
now she's
she's
doing
a
no
great-
technology Tuesdays.
She's a
Nah!
sociopath.
Are you gonna do it with her? You have to do it with her.
I like no technology Tuesdays.
My
It's great.
Technology Tuesdays. It's a big deal, everybody.
I
We
like-
had Taco Tuesdays
I
in
like
my
reading.
family.
We had no
that was a
Tuesday.
very different thing. We had Taco Tuesdays. It was usually just we were poor, so it's just beans and a tortilla.
gosh.
But it was fun, right? Dad, can we have no Technology Tuesdays?
treats once a week?
I like when she pulls. She does that
Yes.
a lot. She pulls a lot. She goes, Lee,
She doesn't stop.
Lee,
Late.
Lee, and you're like, Hayden, yes, hi.
So where do I send the photo of my pet rock?
Oh, nowhere.
First of all, real quick, like the dumbest fad ever, right?
Ever.
Mm-hmm. Did you guys ever have pet rock growing up?
I think it was past our time.
It was past our time.
It was
Just
past our
making
time.
sure.
But I did have a Tamagotchi.
I had a Tamagotchi too.
Not pet rock. It's not a rock.
It's still pretty dumb.
I mean,
Still
pet
pretty
rock was
freaking dumb.
literally nothing. It was just packaging.
Yeah.
That's the dumbest thing.
The
ever.
dumbest thing I've
I want
ever.
to punch all those people. I have to ask my dad if he had a pet
Yeah,
rock.
somehow it worked.
And if he did, he's gonna get punched in the face.
Like everyone wanted a
poor
pet
Joe's
rock.
Getting a long overdue punch in the face, Dad.
Oh, poor Joe's dad.
You loved me a lot, and you were super supportive, and you did nothing wrong. Oh my God. Next video. I'm afraid to breathe.
Put the iPad down so everyone can see your stupid face.
Did you let it turn out?
Show everyone your
Jesus.
stupid face right now. Because we are swimming in poop.
Dude, you messed
I'm
yourself.
swimming in poop right now.
Good God.
All I can think of is like, could you imagine if someone was like on Regis and Kelly or something? Or like, Oprah, and just moved their leg up and fucking.
He's like, well, when we were filming 300, it was actually different because.
Like, well, Ellen, the truth is.
Honestly, I haven't seen my father in 16 years. I'm really excited. Thank you for setting this up.
This is the only
You
show.
are not the father.
Oh, shit.
I guess we'll move on.
What's the longest running lie you've ever told?
What's a long running lie? I don't know. When I was little, I thought my dad was black. I don't know how long I carried that on for.
I don't know if that's so much a lie as just like.
I was just confused.
What's going on?
Wait. Wait. What?
Yeah.
Why?
Well, because he was tanner than anyone else in my family, and I just thought he was a black man, and it wasn't until I asked my mom, I said, Mom, what made you decide to marry a black man? This is like 5-year-old me, and my mom goes, what are you talking about, honey? And I said,
My God.
It went that far?
Yeah, and she said, what are you talking about, honey? Daddy's not black. And I said, Mom, I know it's real. I know it looks brown, but they call it black. And my mom was like, I'm not going to argue with a 5-year-old. Okay.
Oh my God.
Okay.
If your kid came up to you,
It's just, well, I mean,
why'd you marry a
I
black
would probably perpetuate the reality that
like,
she'd
well-
created.
right? That's why my mom was just like, you can't argue with, like, what?
Guys, let's go to VidCon.
Yeah.
We're going to VidCon, guys. That's why we're so excited. We just want to get the off this dumb couch.
Steve, do a fart.
I can't.
Do another one.
I'll poop. Okay, hold on. I'll try.
No, you know what? We should party again some more. Don't do this. I gotta smell that.
Okay, hold on.
Don't do it.
Something's got.
Stop it.
It might be. It might be poop. Hold on. I'll get it close enough to figure out.
Oh my God.
I heard that in stereo.
You know, I almost one time, just in the most stupid way ever, almost like ruined my ability to walk. I was in my truck in my driveway, and this was in college, and my roommate had a girlfriend show up, and I was late for work. So I ran out to my truck, I jumped in my truck, I turned it on, and then I started reversing, and I went really fast, and I hit her car, right on the bumper, boom, and then it wasn't in park, and her car started going out into the street. So I jump out of my truck, I run to her car, and for whatever reason, what I do is I go to the front end, to like the hood, and I like put my hands on it, like maybe I can stop it this way. And I didn't put my truck in park, and it was in reverse. And at the last second, I look behind me, and my truck was about to pin at about 10 miles an hour my knees with the back bumper of my truck and the front bumper of her car, and I jumped out of the way right when I did. It hit her car for the second time.
Oh, gosh.
It continues to roll. I have to run back to my truck. I'm thanking the freaking gods at this point. Put my truck into park, grab her car from the backside this time.
We're
from going out in the street and causing an accident.
Was this funny to you at the
No,
time?
it was
or you
one
were-
of the, like, It was so scary. It was one of those like
Wow,
I almost imagine if I was telling this story right now about how I lost my
Yeah.
You'd be like, you're an idiot.
Yeah, we'd be like, you're a big idiot. You kind of deserved it.
I think you take
so stupid.
You take full advantage of your legs at this point.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
could you imagine?
I don't think. I don't know. I think you got lucky in the sense that, like, how many other people would have looked behind and remembered their truck was coming for them?
Well, I just saw it out of the corner of my eye. I didn't even know it was
Like,
coming.
can you imagine? In a split second, you could have not remembered.
I did
or
everything
seen it.
wrong in that situation. Absolutely.
But I mean,
everything.
you did, but you're okay.
It's nice. I like how that one didn't sound the same as the other one.
Okay.
That's very pretty.
Commentary. Comment, 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 commentary.
I would have had my eyes closed for that whole bit, but I was like, it's either a kiss or balls.
It's Tyler Phillips, Peter Gilroy, Matthew Bowman, and we're in the bathroom and jumping. And then we all start yelling, jumping and jumping and jumping and jumping. We're jumping, we're jumping, you're jumping, Peter's jumping, Tyler's jumping, we're jumping. We all just get in unison and we're getting louder and louder. And then this 83-year-old security guard comes in and goes, hey! I will arrest all of you!
And many of these future fans aren't too happy about it closing.
They can't close this right down. It's not fair.
It's in our hearts like Captain America.
Come on.